If you've been thinking about moving to Petoskey, you're not alone. Families from all over the world are choosing this town, but most don't understand what truly makes Petoskey special until they actually move here. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 biggest reasons that people love calling Petoskey home. And by the end, you'll know if Petoskey is right for you. Hi, my name is Gino D'Angelo. I'm a local Northern Michigan real estate agent. And while I serve all of Northern Michigan, my office is located smack dab in the heart of downtown Petoskey. I've helped over 600 families either move into or out of Northern Michigan. And if you're thinking about making a move, I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. And if this type of content seems like your thing, hit the subscribe button. That way you never miss a video. I share a new video every week to help you decide if Northern Michigan is right for you or not. Let's start with the natural beauty. The number one thing that draws people to Northern Michigan and Petoskey specifically is just how beautiful it is here. Petoskey is situated on the shores of Little Traverse Bay, giving you impressive water views from the entire town. There are several spots that I drive to on my daily commute that smack you in the face with the most stunning water view you will ever see. It's one of those things that you have to experience to understand. Not only is Petoskey beautiful, but given the 4 distinct seasons, it's almost like the backdrop changes 4 times per year, making it seem like you live in 4 completely different places by living here. Everybody knows about summer in Northern Michigan. Kid Rock made a song about it. It's probably the reason you discovered Petoskey to begin with. But what you may not know is the other 3 seasons can be just as special. My personal favorite is fall. The trees turn into the most vibrant colors of red, yellow, and even orange. One of my favorite fall activities in Petoskey is heading to Bill's Farm Market and buying apples and pumpkins. And one of my favorite Friday night activities is going over to Northman Field and watching a high school football game. And directly from fall, we head into winter. One thing that I think is really interesting about the fall and winter in Northern Michigan is the bridge that the holiday season creates. It seems like we go right from the fall into Halloween, Thanksgiving, and then into the holiday season. That is a nice bridge or nice ease into what can sometimes be a brutal winter in Northern Michigan. There are few places in the world that create such a hallmark experience as Petoskey during the holidays. We have the downtown open house, parades, and it seems like the entire town decorates their storefronts. And I'll be honest, once you get past the holidays in Northern Michigan, the dog days of winter can start to set in if you don't have a plan. Now, I personally love driving 15 minutes away around the bay to head to the Highlands to ski and snowboard. A lot of people spend their weekends either at Nubs Knob or Boyne Highlands. And yes, I know it's called the Highlands now, but I've been around for so long that it's hard to break the habit of calling it Boyne Highlands. In the winter seems to be a topic of conversation every single time I get a new buyer. They have so many worries and concerns about what actually living in Petoskey in the winter is like. And I'm here to tell you, although last winter was harsh, most of the winters here have been generally mild. It's a time for everybody to slow down and recharge to get ready for another busy summer season. A couple of tips to survive winter in Northern Michigan is make sure you have a 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive vehicle. That way you can easily get around to the things you need to do. Make sure you invest in winter clothing. And lucky enough, there's a couple of great shops right downtown, such as Bear Cub Outfitters, where you can buy all the trendiest winter gear. Now, not only do you need to stay warm during the winter months, but you also have to make sure you stay happy during the winter months, which is why I think it's important to get a winter hobby. Whether it's ice fishing, snowmobiling, snowshoeing, skiing or snowboarding, there are so many different options to stay active during those winter months. And I think that's the difference between just surviving the winter and thriving during the winter. Now, if you're watching this video, you're probably interested in knowing, what does it actually cost to live in Petoskey? And yes, Petoskey has gotten expensive, but it sort of becomes the tale of 2 markets. There are people that are familiar with Petoskey that think it has gotten incredibly expensive over the last 5 years. And I'll be honest, it has. And yet there's a separate camp that feels like Petoskey is still underrated compared to other areas around the country with high qualities of life. I just had somebody relocate here from Seattle, Washington, who felt like houses in downtown Petoskey were a bargain compared to where they came from. And that's really something worth noting. Early in my career, we were drawing buyers mainly from other areas around the Midwest. Now with Petoskey becoming much more accessible through increased flights at the Traverse City Airport and just overall exposure to northern Michigan from areas around the country, we are drawing buyers from a lot further out than we once did, which is creating a lot of additional demand, especially in an area with very low inventory. If you want to live downtown Petoskey in a big house in one of the prime spots of downtown, plan to spend anywhere from $800,000 up to $2 million. These downtown houses are coveted and they are always in high demand. Almost every single one, if priced correctly, ends up in a bidding war. Now, if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, there are plenty of homes within striking distance of downtown Petoskey that start anywhere from $300,000 and up. And if you're watching this video because you're thinking about buying your forever home or your dream home in northern Michigan, we have those too. Check out places like Bay Harbor, which is a gated resort community just a few miles away from downtown Petoskey, or Walloon Lake, which is one of the most premier inland lakes in the entire country. Now, I hope you're sitting down because houses on the water in Bay Harbor or Walloon Lake tend to start right around $3 million and go all the way up to maybe $20 million sometimes. A lot of the people who I've helped buy houses in Petoskey have told me they don't feel like they're actually just buying a house, but they're buying into a lifestyle. It's not just the four walls and a roof where they sleep every night. It's being able to walk to Chandler's for dinner or drive to Petoskey State Park to swim on a summer afternoon. One of the things that people like most about Petoskey is its small town charm, yet not having to give up all of the big city amenities. Now, I'll be honest, we don't have a ton of big box stores here. We don't have a Target, we don't have a Best Buy, but we do have a Meijer, Walmart, Home Depot, and Lowe's. If you're not familiar with downtown Petoskey, picture coffee shops, boutique shopping, and some fine dining restaurants. People love it here because it's quiet and safe, and you definitely get a strong sense of community. Before you know it, everybody at the coffee shop's going to know your name, and your local bartender is going to know your preferred drink. And hey, if you've loved to live walking distance to the Gaslight District, we have some amazing Victoria homes that I can show you. One thing that surprises people about Petoskey is the art and cultural scene. Did you know that Ernest Hemingway spent his boyhood summers here? And this town still celebrates that history. And beyond that, we have the Crooked Tree Art Center downtown Petoskey and the Great Lakes Center for the Arts in Bay Harbor that become the hubs for art and cultural performances right here in Petoskey. Petoskey is not just a place to live, it's a place to connect and create also. One thing that I think makes Petoskey truly special is it doesn't matter if you're moving here with your family or moving here to retire, Petoskey is a great place to do both. The reason being, we have both high quality schools and high quality healthcare. I've helped a lot of people find their retirement home right here in Petoskey, and a few of them have noted that they chose Petoskey over anywhere else because of how active the lifestyle was and just how many other retirees were here for them to build their outdoor social network. We've got tons of golf courses, tons of pickleball courts, the bike and running trails, and just a lot of ways for you to be active in your later years in life. And if you're moving here with a family, we've got great schools with tons of programming and competitive sports as well. I've actually had people relocate back to Petoskey just so they can raise their kids here. And if that sounds like you, I'd love to connect to help you figure out which neighborhoods would suit your family best. So if you were to ask me, why do people love living in Petoskey? If you want to be super social, there's a lifestyle for you. If you want to be super active, you can do that here. And if you just want to hang out in your house and look at the water, we've got that too. One of the constant reviews of Petoskey I consistently get is it's clean, safe, and has a very high quality of life. If after watching this video, you'd like to learn more about what it's like to actually live in Petoskey, feel free to reach out to me directly at 231-487-6141, and I'll see you on the next video.